Hi, this is MD Shabana Sultana, working as Associate Professor in the Chevron Engineering College. Today, I want to discuss about the engineering chemistry. In that, the electrochemical cells of the Unit 2. In the lesson electrochemical cell, we have to get the familiar before entering into the lesson, the terms, the electrochemical cell, electrode potential, oxidation potential, reduction potential, standard hydrogen electrodes. So we have to get familiar while entering into the lesson. First, we have to know the difference between the electrochemical cell and electrolytic cell. What is electrochemical cell and what is electrolytic cell? The electrochemical cell, it is a device which converts the chemical energy. The name itself indicates it is a electro and chemical. Electrochemical cell means electro and chemical. That means which energy is converted to which energy we have to be known. In this electrochemical cell, the chemical energy is converted into electrical energy by the process of redox reaction. Redox reaction means the reaction in which both the oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. And the reaction is a spontaneous reaction. So this electrochemical cell, it is a device which is used to convert the electrical energy produced in the redox reaction into electrical energy, or called electrochemical cell. And this cell is also known as galvanic cell. Coming to electrolytic cell, it is complete vice versa, inverse proportional with each other. That is, electrolytic cell means that it is a device which converts the electrical energy into chemical energy. It is also by the process of the redox reaction. That is known as electrolytic cell. And coming to the major difference between the electrochemical cell and the electrolytic cell means, in the electrochemical cell, the anode is negative electrode and the cathode is a positive electrode. Whereas in the electrolytic cell, the anode is a positive electrode and the cathode is a negative electrode, which we will learn in the deeper of the lesson. Just I am giving the introductory part about the electrochemical cell and the electrolytic cell. And in the electrochemical cell, salt bridges will be used. Salt bridge or porous spots is required for the conduction of the electrolytic cell. Whereas in the electrolytic cell, salt bridge or porous spots are not required. And the electrochemical cell or galvanic cell is a reversible and spontaneous reaction. Whereas electrolytic cell, the process is irreversible and it is not spontaneous. And in the electrolytic cell, only one electrolyte is used. One electrolyte means one type of electrolyte. One electrolyte is used, whereas in the electrochemical cell, two electrolytes are used. And the EMF of the cell in the electrolytic cell, EMF means electromotive force of the electrolytic cell is negative. Negative value will become in the electrolytic cell. Whereas in the galvanic cell or electrochemical cell, the EMF of the cell is positive. That means the positive value will be obtained in the galvanic cell. So this is the major differences between the electrolytic cell and the electrochemical cell. Coming to the terms which we will use during the process of the electrochemical cell are electrode potential. What is electrode potential? Electrode potential, that means whatever the electrodes we are using in the electrochemical cell, we have to be identify its potential. Potential means the tendency of the electrode, that is a metal. This electrode means whatever the metal we are using in the electrochemical cell, that is the electrode. The tendency of a metal to get oxidized or reduced when it is placed in the solution of its own salt is called electrode potential. When the metal is placed in the solution containing its own ion, then the metal may be undergo either oxidation or reduction. Suppose if the metal undergo oxidation, then electrons, see here, this metal, if it is undergo oxidation, oxidation means what is the oxidation state of this metal? 0. And what is the oxidation state of the metal when it undergo the reaction? It is +1. That means the charge is increased by +1 or +2, whatever it may be, plus m. That means the charge is increased from here to here. That means increase in the oxidation state, increase in the number, charge number, with the elimination of or with the release of electrons is known as oxidation. That means if the metal undergo oxidation, then the positive metal ion may passes into the solution. Whatever the electrolyte we are using, this positive metal ion is passed into that electrolyte. Otherwise, or if the metal undergo reduction, this is the first case. If it is undergo oxidation, what will happen? The positive metal ion may passes into the solution. Or when the metal undergo reduction, then what will happen? The negative ion may get deposited over the metal. See here. Negative ion may get deposited over the metal. So that is about the electrode potential. What is oxidation potential? Oxidation potential means it is a tendency to lose the electron. This one, the electron is eliminated. The tendency to lose the electron in the above case is known as oxidation potential. Oxidation potential of the half cell is inversely proportional to the concentration of the ions in the solution. That means whatever the concentration of the ions we are taking in the electrolyte, that is in the solution, on that basis only the oxidation potential of the half cell will be dependent. That means if the concentration of the ion in the solution is more, then the oxidation potential of the half cell is less, because both are inversely proportional to each other. If the concentration of the ions in the solution is less concentration if we take, then oxidation potential of the half cell will be more. Coming to the reduction potential, it is a tendency to gain the electron in the above case is known as reduction potential. According to the IUPAC convention, the reduction potential alone is called the electrode potential, unless it is specifically mentioned. That means this is the relation between the electrode potential in the case of the reduction and it is in the case of oxidation. The relation between these two is E reduction is equal to minus of E oxidation. So this is about the oxidation potential and the reduction potential. Next, coming to the single electrode potential. What is single electrode? It is a tendency of a metal either to lose the electron or gain the electron when it is in contact in the solution of its own salt. When it is in contact with a solution of its own salt, that is called single electrode potential. What is standard electrode potential? That means one value will be fixed, standard, that is at the given concentration, that is at the 1 molar concentration, and at a fixed temperature, that is at the room temperature. We have to identify the tendency of the metallic electrode, either to lose the electron or to gain the electron. When it is in contact in the solution of its own salt is called standard electrode potential. See here, it is a measure of the tendency of the metallic electrode to lose or gain the electron when it is in contact with the solution of its own salt of 1 molar concentration at 25 degrees centigrade. It is known as standard electrode potential. So these are the terms which we will use in the electrochemical cell. The electrode potential, oxidation potential, reduction potential, single electrode potential, and standard electrode potential. Coming to the next one, that is the electrochemical series. Series means it is a sequence or the arrangement. That means it is the increasing order, the arrangement of the increasing order of the metal of standard reduction potential on hydrogen scale. Then that arrangement is known as electrochemical series. I'm telling here it is on hydrogen scale. That means hydrogen will be taken in this as a reference electron. So it is when the metals are arranged in the order of the increasing value of the standard reduction potential on hydrogen scale, then the arrangement is called electrochemical series. Next, this is the series, electrochemical series. See, here the hydrogen will be taken as a reference electrode. And the metals which are arranged above the standard reference electrode, that is a hydrogen electrode, will be in the negative value. That means the metal which is higher in the electrochemical series, the metal which is in the higher in the electrochemical series acts as a reducing agent, or it acts as an anode and undergo the corrosion first. The reducing power of the element decreases. The reducing power of the element decreases from top to bottom, while oxidizing power increases from top to bottom. That means the metal which is present at the highest position will act as a reducing agent, and the metal which is at the lowest position in the electrochemical series will act as an oxidizing agent. And from top to bottom, the reducing power of the element decreases and oxidizing power of the element is increased. See, the metal reducing activity increases and the metal oxidizing activity is, the down arrow indicates the metal oxidizing activity is increased. Here, this upward arrow means the metal reducing activity is increased. That means this one acts as a highest reducing power element, and it is having the highest oxidizing power of an element. And the second significance of the electrochemical series is the metal which is higher than the hydrogen. See here, this is the hydrogen, and these are the metals which are at the higher than the hydrogen in the electrochemical series can displaces the hydrogen gas from the dilute solution. It can easily displaces the hydrogen gas from the dilute acids. Suppose if you take the zinc, where it is here. Suppose if you take the metal zinc, which is at the higher position when compared to that of the hydrogen, if this zinc, when it is treated with the acid, dilute acid like sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acid, then this zinc can displaces the hydrogen from the HCl very easily, and it is replaces the position of the hydrogen and gets occupied the position of hydrogen and forms zinc chloride with the liberation of hydrogen gas. Whereas the hydrogen which is present below, the metal which is present below the hydrogen, these are the metals, copper, silver, gold. These are the metals which are present below the hydrogen in the electrochemical series. It cannot displaces the hydrogen gas from the dilute acids. So that is the second significance of the electrochemical series. Coming to the third significance of the electrochemical series, The metal which is higher than the other metal in the electrochemical series can displaces that metal from its salt. Can displaces the metal from its salt. The best example for this is copper. Copper, when it is made to react with the silver nitrate, then silver will be get precipitated easily. That means the silver can be displaced easily and the nitrate will come and form a bond with the copper and form copper nitrate. So these are the significance of the electrochemical series. Coming to the uses of the electrochemical series, whatever that I told here, those are come under in the significance and the uses. See here, the use of the electrochemical series is, by using this electrochemical series, the standard electromotive force of the cell, EMF of the cell, can be easily calculated by using a relation or a formula, that is E cell is equal to E cathode minus E anode. Coming to the second use, the relative tendency of metal to ionize can be noted with the help of electrochemical series. Metal on the top are more easily ionized into the solution. Coming to the third use, the metal with a high negative electrode potential in the series. That means it is having the high negative potential. That means the metal which are present above the hydrogen, it is having the high negative electrode potential. Those are more prone to corrosion because it undergo oxidation very easily. That's why we are calling it as a strong reducing agent. Whereas the metal which is having the less negative electrode potential, that is the metal which are present below the hydrogen, those are all having the positive values. So they are less prone to the corrosion, and that's why they acts as an oxidizing agent and it undergo the reduction easily. And coming to the fourth use, metals hydrogen displacement behavior can be predicted. Any metal that, like above hydrogen in the electrochemical series, can liberate the hydrogen from the acid solution. I told you by taking the example, that is a zinc, when it is treated with the HCl acid, that it gives rise to the zinc chloride with the liberation of the hydrogen gas. See here, zinc places above the hydrogen in the electrochemical series, react with the dilute sulfuric acid to liberate the hydrogen gas. So these are the four uses and the significance of the electrochemical series. Coming to the reference electrode. What is reference electrode? Reference means that the electrode which has a stable and well-known electrode potential. That means the value of the electrode potential is standard and it is a well-known and it is having a stable value. That type of electrode will be taken as a reference electrode. The reference electrode is electrode which has a stable and well-known electrode potential. And moreover, this electrode potential is used as a half cell in the electrochemical cell. By using the reference electrode as one of the half cell in the electrochemical cell, the other half cell, the potential of the other half cell can be easily determined by taking the reference electrode. So that is the use of reference electrode in the electrochemical series. And these reference electrodes can be broadly classified into two types. They are primary reference electrode and secondary reference electrode. What is primary reference electrode? Primary reference electrode means these are the electrode whose electrode potential is taken as 0. It is abruptly the value should be fixed as 0. is called primary reference electrode. The best example for this is a standard hydrogen electrode. That means whatever the electrode we will take, the potential of that electrode should be abruptly fixed as 0. The best example for this is a hydrogen. See here in the electrochemical series, the value of the hydrogen, it is fixed as 0. That's why the hydrogen should be taken as a reference electrode. So the example for this is a standard hydrogen electrode. Coming to the secondary reference electrode, in this, the electrode whose electrode potential should be taken as a constant. That type of electrode are known as secondary reference electrode. And for that, the example for this is a Calmel electrode. Coming to the first primary reference electrode, that is, the example for this is a standard hydrogen electrode. We will learn about that. See here, this is the standard hydrogen electrode diagram or apparatus, and this apparatus consists of platinum wire in an inverted glass tube. So it is a platinum wire and it is taken in the inverted glass tube, and one inlet hole is there to the inverted glass tube for the entry of the hydrogen gas at 1 atmospheric pressure. See here, it consists of a platinum wire in an inverted glass tube, and hydrogen gas is passed through the tube at 1 atmospheric pressure. And a platinum foil is coated with platinum black. It is attached at one end of the wire. See here, this is a platinum electrode. This platinum electrode, it is fixed with a platinum foil, which is coated with the platinum black. It is to be fixed at one end of the wire, and the electrode is immersed. This whole electrode, it is immersed in 1 molar concentration of HCl solution, that is in the acidic medium. The reaction is to be performed, maintaining at the temperature of about 25 degrees centigrade. And the electrode potential of the standard hydrogen electrode is abruptly fixed at 0 at all temperatures. At all temperatures, and it should be represented as platinum wire we are taking as electrode, and it is the hydrogen gas is passed at 1 atmospheric pressure, and the cell representation with the what happened then, HCl will be liberated from 1 molar HCl. H plus is liberated, hydrogen ion is liberated at 1 molar HCl solution. In a cell, when standard hydrogen electrode acts as an anode, then anode means the oxidation takes place at that electrode. If this cell is considered as anode, then oxidation will take place with the liberation of electrons. Then electrode reaction will be written like this. When the standard hydrogen electrode acts as a cathode, then this electron will be taken by this 2H plus ions with the liberation of hydrogen gas. Based on these two reactions, the overall net reaction is, see here, this 2H plus of the reactant and 2H plus of the product side will cancel out each other, and 2 electrons from the product side, which takes place at the anode, and 2 electrons from the cathode, which is added to the H plus ion, will both are nullify each other, and this H2 gas and H2 gas will cancel out each other. The net overall reaction is 0. So based on the electrode potential obtained with the reference to hydrogen, the electrochemical series is obtained. So the uses of this is standard hydrogen electrode is used for the determination of electrode potential of the metal electrode system and for the determination of the pH of the solution. Next, coming to the limitation of the standard hydrogen electrode. It is very difficult to regulate the pressure of the hydrogen gas. That means whatever the gas we are passing into the inverted gas bulb into the solution at 1 atmospheric pressure, that 1 atmospheric pressure should be maintained at regular intervals of time throughout the process of the experiment. But in the standard hydrogen electrode, the regulation of the pressure, it is very difficult. Excess of H2 bubbling out carries little HCl with it, and hence H plus concentration decreases. So it is difficult to maintain the concentration of the HCl at 1 molar. And the platinum foil we are taking as a electrode, that platinum foil, it gets easily poisoned by the impurities present in the gas and HCl. If the solution contains any oxidizing agent, solution means 1 molar HCl we are taking as a solution or electrolyte in the process of the experiment, if that solution contains any oxidizing agent, then the hydrogen electrode cannot be used. So those are the limitations of the standard hydrogen electrode. So next one is a saturated Calmel electrode, which I'll discuss in the next lecture. Thank you.